Hey, everybody, it's Lindsey Baker with the Action Hour Saturday morning, every Saturday morning. Have I got a treat for you today? We have live music. We have Michael Fujimori and Anna Champion, aka Annie Abrams, here to perform for us live. They're also going to talk about their amazing activism with so many different organizations. Too many to mention, but just a few are Cube of Truth, LA Pig Save, PCRM, PETA, movements to end horse racing, Speak Outs, Toronto Pig Save, and many, many more. Plus, like I said, they're going to be performing live music right now. So guys, without any further ado, let's go right into it.
All right.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
This is a song called Animals Are Like You and Me, written by Annie. Ready? One,
Yes.
2, 3, 4.
La 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 la. Ooh, animals are like you and me. Animals are families. Animals are just like you and me. Just like you and me. Ooh, animals love, animals nurture, animals care, animals think. They even communicate, just like you and me. Ooh, animals play, animals socialize, animals have best of friends. Animals want to live in peace, just like you and me. Ooh, animals want to be free. Animals love their families. Animals love their friends too, just like you and me. Ooh, animals grieve. Animals cry. Animals hurt. Animals sorrow. Most of all, they don't want to die, just like you and me. Ooh, animals love family. Animals love. Animals sing. Animals love their babies, just like you and me. Ooh, animals play hide and seek. Animals solve puzzles. Animals feel like you and me, just like you and me. Ooh, animals have different personalities. They're kind, intelligent, and caring. Animals don't believe in greed, unlike you and me. Ooh, animals are family, just like you and me. Animals are families, just like you and me. Ooh. Yay!
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much. People are giving you some good comments here. Go, Annie and Michael and Annie. Well, hi, Tom. Tom comes on every time. Tom's one of our great supporters. Give a shout out to Tom Vencil. Oh, my God. Tom Vencil. How could I be wrong? Jamie Saunders is on here. So we're waiting for Annie to go over to her side. Hi, Michael. So good to have you on, Michael. And what a great way to start the show. Thank you so much for performing that.
Thanks so much for having us, Lindsay. It's really great to be here with you.
Oh, gosh. See, you guys are two animal warriors, and that's why we wanted to have you on.
Thank you.
So we want to tell everybody about all the things you do. Start off with a little video, and then you can talk to us. So I have a lot of clips here of different activism, and I thought I'd just play them. Let me find that one you liked where it was. Otherwise, I'm going to jump because James is going to say, Lindsay, just go play it. So, oh my goodness, where is it? I hate when I do this. Here we go. Go video.
money on all of us. Our country is going bankrupt.
Wow. So just to show people all the different, Michael, that was great. Michael made that video, everyone.
Thank you.
Nice job, Michael. Just showing all your activism. Let's start with you, Michael. What got you into animal rights? I'm going to ask you both that question. I'll start with Michael.
Actually, when I was really young, I saw like either a video or a picture of the Canadian seal hunt, and that's what really changed me at that point. Up until then, I didn't even think about animal cruelty. I was not a vegan. I ate meat, of course, and when I saw that, it totally changed the way I felt about the way we treat animals. I couldn't believe that they could club a baby seal just for no reason at all. And then after that, I went fishing with my family a couple of times, and I couldn't believe the way how barbaric and cruel it was. When they would catch the fish would be flopping, and they'd have the hook in his mouth, as you know, and blood spurting out, and then the fish would be on the ground struggling to breathe, and everybody else except me I thought it was just normal, just the thing to do, right? And so, but I still continued to eat meat. I had no awareness of how it was, what the cruelty was involved in it. I ate meat, chicken, hamburgers. Anyway, in 1997, I was coming back from Las Vegas, and I happened to pass a field of, I guess it was a big farm of just cows, just walking around, socializing, and I had like an epiphany right there. I said, "That's it. I can't eat these living creatures, sentient, gentle creatures anymore." And that's when I became vegetarian. And I didn't know about dairy, of course, until years later, and I guess 2011. Then I stopped eating dairy at that point, became vegan. And in 2017, after my dog passed away, we together like 15 years, and that's when I became an activist. I started to speak out at that point in early 2017, and that's basically my story.
Wow. Since when I met you, I thought you were like doing it forever. You're so good at it with your drum, and you just seem to always be everywhere. Like whenever I show up somewhere, oh, there's Michael. He's always there. So, that's really amazing. Okay. So Annie, let's hear from you. And then I'm going to show Michael the egg industry, or the speak out you did on that. But let's hear from Annie about how she got started.
Yes. Hi.
Go ahead.
And hi, Lindsey. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. It's great to be on your show. You do such a great job.
Oh, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having us. It's awesome. It's been an interesting journey. All my life, I've loved animals. As a little child, I was bunny. And that bunny I called Lulu because it was just white as a pearl, and Lulu means pearl in different languages. So I was like, I adored this baby, and somehow this baby intelligence was apparent to everybody. I was very young myself to know the difference that people think that animals are stupid or whatever. So all my life I've never wanted to eat animals. I was vegetarian because
really, when you were little,
I didn't want to eat animal. My mom used to get on my case. I would say, "Oh, I can see the blood or feel the blood of the cow." I don't know how I got that image in my mind. My mom was an amazing cook. I have to say, she really cooked incredibly, flavoring and everything. She would be offended, and I would say, "Mom, I don't want to eat." Somehow the texture of eating animal meat was really hard on me as a child. I think a lot of kids are in that position where they don't feel comfortable, somehow the connection they're trying to make. So, but again, I didn't have the right tools, the ability to figure or the information, the knowledge, where I would be able to make the connection. Because all the time, every time I spoke up, I was shut down. No, no, you can't. Fortunately, my dad, for the most of his part, he was vegetarian himself as well. So being vegetarian was the option that I chose. And what's funny is that there were a lot of stray animals. When my mom would want me to eat animal products, I would take it out of my plate secretly and feed those stray cats, stray dogs.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes. And so the vegetarianism was some kind of a default for me, a preference, if from inside, like subconsciously. The real connection, the real change I made, because every time you want to watch videos about animals and the suffering and all, people shy you away from it. Oh no, that's going to mess you up. It's going to make you sick. This and that. I really, really got into it when I had my dog Champion, Snoopy Champion. That dog, amazing, like an angel. He basically would touch everybody's hearts and soul. So often people would cry and etc. I don't want to get too much into it, but he's incredible.
Yeah. We're going to watch a video now, actually. Let's jump into a video. Sorry. Let's
Their heads to lay eggs, and the males have no use. So therefore, on the first day, when baby chicks are born, they're put on a conveyor belt, and they separate the males from the females. The males are discarded on the first day of birth while they're peeping. They are sent into a machine called the machinator, where they are crushed to death, alive, on their first day. That's what we do to eggs. That is the secret, the dirty secret that the egg industry does not want you to know about. They talk about eggs and how it's natural for hens to lay eggs, and somehow this is called food. Well, it's not food. Eggs are unborn fetuses. There you are actually eating an unborn baby chicken when you eat an egg. So think about that. So we're not condemning anybody here today. We're just trying to spread awareness and let you know what is inside an egg. But if you like the taste of eggs, we have good news too. They have egg substitutes in any market now that taste and have the same texture as eggs, and there is no cruelty involved, and it's actually healthier for you.
All right. So, Annie, maybe it's interesting that you said that happened to you about you instinctively didn't eat meat. I was the same way, but I had no idea, I didn't know why I felt that way, but I just had that same intuition. And Michael, you told me that you ate, you were vegetarian when you changed over and you didn't know. And so right here, we see you doing a speak out about the egg industry. So do you want to tell the story? Would you tell the story of when you first discovered that, like actually how eggs are made? And for those people that don't know, could you tell that story? Oh, whoops, I have you muted so Annie wouldn't get clicking. Now I'm going to have to mute her for a sec, but we'll be right back to you, Annie. Go ahead, Michael.
Actually, even when I was younger, I never liked eggs. I always thought they were kind of
We can't hear you. Can you get closer?
Oh, okay.
Michael?
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Speak up if you can more.
Okay. Ever since I was younger, even when I was younger, I didn't like the taste. Eggs disgusted me, as just the smell, the texture.
Yeah.
I never could get it, even way before I was a vegetarian. I never ate eggs. I tried it once and I couldn't stand it. So I never was an egg eater. I don't even like vegan eggs that much for that reason, because it reminds me too much of the real thing.
Really?
Although I'm glad they have it. I'm really glad they have it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I found out about the egg industry just a few years ago, right about the time I started becoming active, because I saw a video on YouTube, I believe, and they showed the baby chicks being on the conveyor belt, being dumped into a macerator, being crushed to death. And then I saw that they were stuffed in the bags, suffocated. And then I read about how they are impregnated and they're forced to lay eggs every day. anyway, the average hen does not lay eggs every day, but I think in the egg
Right.
industry they are forced to lay eggs, and it's not natural. It's just totally unnatural what they're doing to these poor babies, and their lives are just torture. Their bodies eventually
Yeah.
break down, and from all the abuse and all the egg laying, and it's just a horrible industry that a lot of people don't know about. Just like the dairy industry, they hide their secrets very well. You never see any coverage of the baby chicks being crushed to death. That's something that they keep very well hidden. So we're trying to expose that every chance we get.
Yes. Yeah, that's important. And I have a speak out that Annie did I want to play now. I'm not going to name the place, and where it's a fast food place, and we'll just watch. And then you can talk about it.
Practicing social injustice.
Oops, sorry.
Is practicing social injustice. Social injustice occurs for all animals and humans. When there are victims, there is a social injustice. The victims are not only the chicken, by the way. The victims are the indigenous people that are losing their homes in the Amazon jungle, that is being burned by arson fires by these companies that are making billions and trillions out of burning the Amazon to grow GMO cancerous such as soy, corn, wheat, to force feed animals that are being imprisoned without a choice in the animal agriculture, whether it's the chickens, cows, pigs, whether it is the ducks, it doesn't matter. All the animals, fish, all of them are forcefully being held as prisoners of sex slave. Yes, sex slave, because they are forcefully, they call it artificial insemination, but they also call it rape rack.
Wow, that was some speak out you did there. Incredible.
Yes.
And then more information that the public doesn't know. You want to talk about that a little bit, about the rape rack, and without getting too graphic, but people don't know about this.
Unfortunately,
Go ahead.
all animals in captivity in the animal agriculture, they are all unfortunately sex slaves, whether people want to accept it or not. That's the only way to reproduce. Business model is to keep reproducing, and to keep this business model going, they have to forcefully artificially inseminate, which is raping, and they actually call it a rape rack, where the poor cow is forcefully gotten on this rack, and they hold her, and in time of course they're going to be silently standing there, not crying as loud, maybe because they get beat up, the consequences are there, but they cry, they don't want to be raped. These are babies, for goodness sake. These are baby girls. Boys are doomed from the beginning of their life, typically, almost in all the animal agriculture, because they're not going to reproduce. They're not good investment for the business system. So these poor girls in childhood, they're forcefully impregnated. They don't even see a guy in their life. They don't see each other in freedom. They don't see the sunshine oftentimes, or the grass. They are all prisoners of sex who reproduce. And in 9 months, as she reproduces a baby, her baby is stolen from her. Whether she wants it or not, she's going to get beat up when she fights and runs after this baby. She cries, she bellows for weeks and weeks, and the sorrow crying. The baby cries, mommy cries, baby boy is murdered, baby girl is now being fed something that is unnatural, abnormal. Her milk we're stealing that we could sell. The baby is being fed.
Let's watch
steroids.
Right. Okay, that's really, thank you for saying that. Let's wait, Annie, hang on a second. I want to show, I think we get the idea. Let's show a video. I think this is shocking information to most people. And I want to show how at the Cuba Truth, the way people react. Now, I don't know if you guys were in this, but I got it off, Michael, I snuck it off your webpage. Now, after this video, we can talk a bit. We got to jump into the next song. So since you're going to do music, we got to keep this moving, okay? All right, so let's watch the next one. Wow. So, Michael, how many have you've participated in some Cuba Truths? Have you done that? Have you guys done that?
Yes, I
So,
have.
Best.
what were the reactions that you saw there? What were some? Did you get into conversations with people? What were some of the experiences with that?
People are mostly shocked and disturbed because they've never seen that before. Because obviously the industry does not want those videos to go out to the public. So when they see it for the first time, they're mostly in shock. I've seen people break down in tears watching some of the videos. But yeah, it's just so sad that that the only way that we can get the message out is to do these demos, and because the mainstream media, of course, won't cover it, and
Right.
the industry itself does everything it can to hide those facts from us. And I want to mention Annie is one of the best outreachers out there as far as like talking to the public and getting them to go vegan or trying to look at it from a different angle and just telling people what's really going on. She's one of the best.
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say that. So, Annie, I think if you want to go over to the other side to do the second song, we probably should do it now.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
So I'll just come on for a second. So both Michael and Annie are such great activists. We just keep getting more and more messages here about, you know, how powerful they are, how great they are. I'll just show you some of the messages we're getting. We've been to protests together. People are, you know, really happy to see them on getting recognized because they've done so much. So let me check in with them and see what's going on. So Annie, for some reason you're not on here. Why are you not? That's Michael. Okay, so there you are. Okay, now this one's going to be off. You guys are going to perform now. So folks, get ready for a treat. This is the second song they'll be performing. What's the name of the song, Annie?
In Another Lifetime.
In Another Lifetime. So I'll let you know if I can't hear you. Watch for this, okay? Because I know you're shifting back and forth between rooms. So yes. Watch for that. Okay.
Ready?
Go ahead.
2,
Thank you.
4.
Go. Once I had a mother and a father to watch over and care for me. I had brothers and sisters to play with. I was happy as can be. But in this lifetime, there's nothing but sorrow. I have no freedom, only pain. I was born into this world to be used by humans for
You experiment on our bodies. You pour bleach into our eyes. You say you want a cure for cancer. It's just all greedy pack of lies. I'm the baby chick who was crushed to death on my first day in this earth. I'm every animal who's a victim for a human sense of worth. I'm the bull that's gored by matador scum. I'm the fish with a hook in my face. I'm the dolphin that's captured, families killed. The devil is the human race. Yes, in another lifetime, I was happy. In another lifetime, I was free. But because I'm not a human, they're gonna torture, rape, and kill me. They're gonna torture, rape, and kill me.
Wow, very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Applause,
I'll be going to
applause.
that.
Okay. So Michael, are you there? I guess we're getting, there's Michael. Michael's back. Let's go ahead and take a look what else I have here. I think I have you at another speak out. Should we watch it?
Very good.
And we're going to be here again. We're coming back again to speak out and protest as long as you continue to stay in business of cruelty. Because it's not fashion.
It's violence.
It's not clothing.
It's violence.
It's not style.
It's violence.
What do we want?
Animal liberation.
When do we want it?
Now.
Are we going to fight for it?
Yes.
Are we going to get it?
Yes.
One struggle, one fight.
Human freedom, animal rights.
One struggle, one fight.
Human freedom, animal rights.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Open up the cage doors.
5, 6, 7, 8.
National liberate.
Stop.
Wow. So we don't want to name the company, but what type of business was that you were, what type of business was that you were protesting at, Michael?
That was the first shop. They sell fur.
Louder?
Oh, that was the first fur and leather shop.
Fur and leather shop.
Fur and leather. That was a fur and leather shop located in what, like West Hollywood?
No, that was in Tustin, in Orange County.
In Orange County. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Wow. So you guys travel everywhere pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the animals need us to speak out. You know, like for example, the past few days, we've had a heat wave, which has been very uncomfortable for us humans, right? But the thing that why it doesn't bother me at all is because I think about the poor animals in the transport trucks. We've seen them, the pigs, the chickens, the cows, and they're forced to travel, you know, for 36 hours at a time, no food, no water, in the sweltering heat in these metal trucks. So what they go through, what we go through is nothing compared to the suffering that they endure every moment, every day. So that's what keeps us going. Basically, we don't mind traveling. We don't mind, waking up early. Whatever, discomfort or inconvenience that we have to go through is nothing compared to what they go through, and that's what's always on our mind.
Wow. So let's look at a couple of these photos we have here. And then Annie, maybe you can talk about, here's one with Physicians Committee, Dr. Neil Barnard, correct?
Yes, that's Dr. Neil Barnard of the PCRM. Amazing.
Can you talk a little louder? Can you guys, your mics seem to be down. Can you talk louder? We can barely hear you.
Yes, I hear some crackling sounds right now. I don't know why. But yeah, that's Dr. Neil Barnard, the PCRM president, and he's an incredible person. This was when we went, and it was an amazing presentation that they put together. What they're doing is really changing the face of knowledge in the medicine field about what we used to think is okay, and they're bringing in nutrition to our health because it's a part of the whole, and fighting for it in just most amazing ways. He there I was so excited to meet him, and take pictures with my little Chanel champion, who's mascot. I call her mascot because every protest I go to, she's there with me, day and night, doing the protests. And she represents because people love her. And to be honest with you, whenever I do outreach, people love her and they make the connection. I go, you think she has a soul, you think you love her so much, and they're like, oh my God, some people even have tears or they want to take pictures. I go, why do you love her? Because they're beautiful, they're angels. I go, exactly. Cows are the same, pigs are the same, chickens are the same, fish are the same. They all have self-awareness, they all know how to love, they have all the emotions we have. They hurt, they suffer, they don't want to die. So the connection is easier. She really helps me, and that's why she's a powerful mascot to have around. And of course, for me myself, it's so therapeutic to have her, obviously, for so many reasons, so many ways. So they're just blessings. We are so blessed to have animals. We're supposed to be guarding over them as guardians, not hurt them, not eat them, not torture them, not keep them captive.
So here's a picture of you guys at Caparo. Can you, Michael, can you talk a little bit about, let me unmic you here. Can you talk a little bit about Caparo and what that process is for people that don't know about it? Can you talk about that for a moment?
Caparo is actually it's a tradition that's practiced by actually a very small percentage of Jews that to atone for their sins for the past year, they take a chicken, a live chicken, and they swing it over their head, and then they cut the chicken's throat, and then that's supposed to atone for all the sins that that person has committed in the past year. It's supposed to pass on to the chicken. Obviously, we think that's very cruel and barbaric, and that's why we always go out to the every year. We hope we don't have to go, but unfortunately, very few number of rabbis still practice that, and we're going to be out there to speak for the chickens every time. But fortunately, it's universally condemned in the Jewish community. It's very few people, very few rabbis that still practice it, but we want to eliminate it completely. That's why we're out there, speaking out for them.
And I understand there's another way to do it. They can use coins. Yes. I don't know if you said, yeah.
Yes, that's true. You can use coins instead of hens. That's one of the slogans we use: coins, not hens.
Wow. So, Annie, I see here a picture that you are with the Canadian Goose campaign here with PETA. Do you want to talk a little bit about your experience with that? How you got involved in, without naming names? Go ahead.
Yes.
Louder, though. Louder.
Sure. when people actually they buy jackets, coats with down or fur trimming, they don't think so often. I have to say, oftentimes because products comes from China or other countries where there is no animal rights identified. Therefore, saying that there's no animal is a typical norm. However, if you see something that looks like an animal, even those little fuzz keychain holders, those are animals, whether it's a dog, a cat, leather. Even I'm against all. Of course, we are against every animal skin, but these furs that people buy that are non-essential things, people need to remove or buy something that doesn't have the trimming from a fox, a wolf, a dog. It doesn't matter what animal. Animals should not die for us to wear their body parts as trimming. So we are telling their Canada goose. I don't know if it's okay to say it, but please.
No names. No names.
No names. No names. We're telling businesses, please remove animal products from your stores. Otherwise, we're gonna be back until you do, because this is cruelty. It is not fashion. Cruelty.
And don't you feel like consumers have a huge voice in this, because they can decide whether or not they buy the product? You just hit on an amazing point, Annie, because if we're not buying it, they're not selling it. So where does the blame go? It goes right back here, point right here. And that's what people don't want to do, right? Michael, talk about that for a moment, the frustration we have.
I'm sorry, Lindsay, I can't hear you right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear you. But if you want
the
to,
frustration you have, Michael, why you're frustrated that consumers cannot are not aware, or they keep buying. What can we do about it?
Are we talking about fur specifically?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Annie.
Yeah, fur and leather. I want to add also leather is something that
I got to take us.
many people still wear leather or still use leather products, and that is just as bad as the fur industry. So what we are trying to do is we're trying to bring awareness. What we always try to do is put the two in the same sentence, fur and leather. And we're trying to bring awareness to people. The thing is, I saw a video maybe 20 years ago. It was called The Witness, and it was about a guy in New York who actually, uncovered. He found out the truth behind the fur industry, how they use these traps that, that they chew on the fox's leg, and the fox is forced to just die there in that one spot. Just can't even move. And oftentimes those traps are actually they catch other animals too, dogs, and cats, whatever. But the fact is, it's a very cruel industry. It's not a byproduct type of industry where they use which is just as awful, but where they use the skins or bodies of animals that have already been killed for meat, whatever. That's not true. That's a myth that they try to they try to pass off as the truth, but it's not. They actually skin cows and foxes and minks alive to get their coats. And that is another thing that we're trying to expose or trying to bring awareness to, because many people are not aware of that fact. I'm sorry, Lindsay, I still can't hear you.
Yes, the animals are often even anally raped in order to skin them, to remove their skin off their flesh when the body, which is very cruel. And a lot of people are not even aware of these cruelties that occur in the animal exploitation.
Yes, that's true.
So
yeah, they don't understand that it's not a byproduct. I think what Michael said, I hope everyone heard him. Oh boy, I hope everyone heard him. But people think it is a byproduct. It's not. They're killing, they're breeding and killing these animals just to suffer, to be born to suffer. Annie, I'm going to give you your hint. to go back. We've got only a few minutes left, like 10, 15 minutes, not even. So if you want to head over to play, and Michael, we can just have you answer. Let's look at one more clip here, Michael. You want to talk about the dog meet? I mean, that's another horse racing. You guys got you're handed a lot of things, which is amazing. And do you agree that a lot of it happens in the courthouse?
Yes, definitely. As a matter of fact, we are Annie and I are trying to change things by the legal way. Where instead of just going out and protesting, we are trying to support groups like social compassion and legislation, and also we're also supporting Wayne Chung for mayor of Berkeley, who is a great animal activist, and I believe the only way that we can affect change, big change, is through the political process. That is where all the power is. So right now, that is kind of our focus. I mean, we're still going to be out there on the grassroots street level, trying to speak out for animals, but we must do it at the ballot box. That is the most important thing, is that the only way we're really going to affect permanent change is through the legal process.
Yes, please, everyone, realize that we have to change legal process, legally. If we don't change it by the law, they've infested themselves and passed laws that are so wrong, like the ag gag laws that are so violent. You know, bills like 156 takes away the right for us to even report anything wrong we see that animals are going through. These are all violation of rights, freedom rights of our constitution. To change these, we must change by law to make a significant difference. So people, please check Wayne for Mayor 20 wayneformayor.com, wayneformayor2020.com. I believe that's the one, right? We have, and he's really an amazing person. He's trying to change the laws to basically make a significant difference in the rights of animals that we are fighting for. So
Okay, and Annie, I want to just cover the ag 156 before we go off. So let's jump in the song, then we're going to talk about that before we go off, okay?
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
This song is called Stop Eating Animals. I wrote
Okay,
because,
great.
yeah. Thank you.
Great.
2, 3, 4.
You say you love animals, yet you discriminate. You say you love care and you love, yet you care for only few. Stop eating animals. Stop paying for discrimination. Stop paying for their tortures, rapes, and murder. You say you care for everyone, yet you eat victims in your plate. You look through your prejudice eyes. Don't care who suffered and died. Stop eating animals. Stop paying for their death. Stop paying for their tortures, rapes, and murder. You know you support animal agriculture, who destroys the world environment, destroys your health and mind by destroying animals. Stop eating animals. Stop paying for their death.
Stop paying for their tortures, rapes, and murder. Deforestation, desertification, droughts, and famine. Burning down Amazon jungle daily. 200 species gone extinct. All because you want to eat their murdered animal carcass. You compare babies' milk and menstrual eggs, emptying oceans and destroying lives, destroying world environment. Stop eating animals. Stop paying for their death. Stop paying for their tortures, rapes, and murder. 6 months old baby piglets. Their cries are heard for many miles. All animals are raped and tortured, so you can eat their bloody carcasses. Stop eating animals. Stop paying for their death. Stop paying for their tortures, rapes, and murder. Genius Einstein so wisely said, do not eat animal carcasses, cause our bodies are not graveyards. Please expand your compassion over our whole lives. Stop eating animals. Stop paying for their death. Stop paying for their tortures, rapes, and murder. Stop eating animals. Stop paying for their death. Stop paying for their tortures, rapes, and murder. Stop eating animals. Stop eating animals.
Yes. Woo! Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Excellent. Excellent. So you want to jump back over to the other computer
Yes.
so we can hear you?
Yes.
Get close up to the mic, guys. All right. We want to talk about, now everyone knows, everybody in the community is very devastated about the death of Regan Russell, and there's the Toronto Pig Save. Many people are still questioning, and we don't want to get into that part of it. But what we do want to talk about, once they get back, everybody's back in place, we do want to talk about the bill, the Ag Gag Bill 156, and we got only like 4 minutes left. So let's try to eat 2 minutes each. I'm going to give you the little timer so everybody gets to talk, but go ahead. Who wants to start?
Go ahead, Annie.
You can go.
You go first, Annie.
Well, the Ag law is a law that is taking away our rights to speak, to report any kind of violence, even employees that are suffering. So often employees that have conscience, they either have to be drinking to try and numb themselves because the violence that they see and they have to practice is really inhumane. We're not made to be violent. We're naturally made to be compassionate. If you check with a child, put an apple and a rabbit in front of them, you'll see that they will eat the apple and play with the rabbit or any other animal. That's the case. By the way, I also want to give shout out to people that motivated me to become fully vegan in 2015. Is like Jane Velez. I saw her compassion. Jane Velez Mitchell. Woo! I love her passion. I love her strength and energy. Gary Rofsky. Amazing people. So many. I can go on and on. But please, people, watch. Do your due diligence. You have compassion. That's what I would suggest everyone to. Please do not trust blindly in anything that is said to you by the government, because it's about business. It's not. It's about money. The industry has infested their laws. Like the medicine from the 1800s, for example, became conventional medicine based on fossil fuel. So big pharma and fossil fuel are involved. 80% of the antibiotics goes into the animals in the animal agriculture. So they all have business. They all have money, interest in it. So do not blindly trust. I say to people, please do some research. Watch What the Health. Watch Countdown to Year Zero on Amazon Prime, and watch Earthlings, Forks Over Knives. There's so many incredible videos out there. Unity, Cowspiracy, Blackfish, The Cove. There's like the Secret Reason We Eat Meat by Dr. Melanie Joy. There are lists and lists. Hope, HOPE, with Dr. Jane Goodell, also pleading, that we cannot continue what we're doing. The primates are being murdered by eating their bodies and getting HIV, okay, bushmeat, and getting all the diseases, every disease, all the pandemics, the masks we have to wear, everything we're going through is all caused by the animal agriculture. So please, everyone, do some research. Do not trust in what the government tells us. You're talking about vaccines and pedophilia and etc. Pedophilia is happening every second, by the way, in the animal agriculture. If the alarm goes on, well, it'll never stop. We'll all go deaf in a day. That's how bad it is, the pedophilia on children in the animal agriculture. So please, 156 is one of the worst bills that everyone should oppose. But
Annie, I'm sorry we have to go off now, but I just want to give Michael a chance to say a couple words before we go off. Sorry about that. We're going off in a minute. Go ahead, Michael.
I can add to that. But to say that Bill 156 must be repealed, it's a very repressive law that was just passed in Canada, which will limit, actually will make whistleblowing illegal in factory farms. And so anybody can do anything they want as far as animal cruelty, and it's a crime to even have someone report it. It's really amazing that in the year 2020 that a repressive law like this it passed. It's mind-blowing, in fact. So we are trying to get that repealed here in the States, and of course we support all our brothers and sisters in Canada who are also fighting the good fight in the name of Regan Russell. Just an amazing activist.
I'm sorry, cutting you off. I think it's a good idea for people to go to torontopigsafe.org for information on how to help get that bill repealed. We'll put that up. And I wanted to ask Annie, she seems to have disappeared, but I wanted to just ask her that if she has any links that she'd like to put out, to go ahead and put them up. She had talked about some really good movies. Right. We're really momentarily going off, folks, here. We're right down to the last second. I want to thank you guys. So Annie, if you have good links,
show your artwork.
Put the links up.
Yes, ahead, I have a lot of links, a lot of amazing videos that talk about my artwork is also.
This is a portrait.
We have to try everything from food to art to music to try and have the animal people awaken.
That's beautiful.
This is in dedication to Regan Russell, who was murdered by the animal agriculture, obviously, truck. But we have to. I'll be happy to put the links. There's so many videos.
Okay, great. Great. It's 11. We got to go because someone else is coming on. So we got to go because we got to let them come on. But thank you, folks, for being on. Thank you so much. Your music was amazing. Folks, I will be back next Saturday at 10 o'clock, same time. And every Tuesday at what time we're on? 5 p.m. I'm losing my thoughts here. But thank you, folks, for being on so much.
Thank you for having me. And
don't go off yet. I'm going to go off so the next show can come on, but stay on. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks for being on, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Beautiful. Thank you.